Hey, welcome back. This is Rick Garza here to talk to you again about the character and the habits and the life of a professional sales athlete. We are talking and discussing the book written by Og Mandino, the greatest salesman in the world. And yesterday we talked about scroll number 1 where he entitled it, Today I Begin a New Life. And I hope for you, as it was for me, a starting point to be able to remove all the things of the past that maybe we were feeling guilty about or we were feeling like we had missed out on. And we looked at today as being the first day of the rest of our lives and the excitement that lies before us. You know, it says in a book that I read to press forward and look ahead of you to the presents and the gifts that lie before you, and not look to the back in times of regret. So today I begin a new life, and scroll number 2 says, I will greet this day with love in my heart. So when we wake up this morning, when we get ready to leave the house, and when we enter the office, or when we get in front of our first customer or prospect, how do we greet this day, greet this person, greet this situation with love in our hearts? Sounds a little emotional, but you know, people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. And the love that Og was talking about was this agape love. There is eros love, which is more sensual. There is phileo love, which is brotherly. There is pia love, which is like protective love. But then there's this agape love. And agape love makes it a point to show that person, to communicate to that individual their worth as a human being on this earth. And when you're able to express that love as an agape love with someone else, you hear about your gut feeling, that first impression. That's your mind reading the intentions of the other person. And so by having and walking in with that agape love, you will bring down walls of resistance. You know, studies have shown that even with people that you know, there is still up to a 40% wall of resistance of cooperation until they understand and you acknowledge in the conversation with them that you appreciate and respect them as that human being here on earth. So when we are out there talking to folks and talking to a prospect, what are we doing to make sure that we honor them and we respect them? What questions are we asking? Are we showing up and throwing up with all the great things we can do for them? Or are we walking in and acknowledging them, acknowledging their name, and asking questions that would indicate we are really concerned and care about their situation? But when you talk about greeting this day with love in our heart, I've got all this stuff coming at me, Rick. What are you talking about? Well, you know, you can take any situation and make the best of it. You know, Og says that I will love the sun because it warms my heart, and yet I will love the rain because it cleanses my soul. So I will love the light because it shows me the way, and yet I will love the darkness because it allows me to see the stars. It doesn't really matter what the situation is. If you have love in your heart, that agape love, you can look at any situation, you can deal with any person and see the good in everything. And what happens when you see the good in everything, you realize that it may not change the situation, but it changes how you view the situation. And when it changes how you see it, then your options are exponential, because you can greet a grumpy customer. You can have a leader who maybe is not the best etiquettes, and realize that in spite of how they treat you, you can greet them with love in your heart, and recognize that what's coming at you, you can turn around and learn from it, but at the same time still show that respect and that honor and that agape love to that person. And when you do that, your world will change. We're running short on time. There's a lot to say about love. All I know is love conquers all. Muscles can kill and can break a shield, but love can open the hearts of men and love can open the hearts of women to want to work with you and for you to work with them. So to be a professional sales athlete today, let's start this day and let's greet this day with love in our heart and go make it happen. Take care. Bye-bye.